Yo, welcome. So, rapper FBG Cash, who is a member of the FBG gang, which featured other deceased rappers such as FBG Break and FBG Duck. He recently met his untimely demise yesterday. He was murdered in the streets of Chicago, just as he was, you could say next in line, he was growing steadily in popularity. His songs were raking up views and he was doing rounds on social media, being interviewed by many of the hotter blogs, like the Adam 22s, the Say Cheese, etc. But he was one of those rappers who was also, leveling disrespect against the rival block in Chicago, O Block, and he also disrespected deceased rapper King Von in recent time, and he even took a picture at his mural. So many persons are speculating that this may have been a revenge shooting, but at the same time, uh, All Black is currently embroiled in a messy law situation with the federal government, and several of their artists and shooters have been locked up. They have been incarcerated for maybe the last 3, 4 months. So could they be so silly to still be executing murders and revenge shootings even while they're under the microscope of the federal government? Well, my answer to that is yes. A lot of these guys are kind of stupid. They are illiterate. They have no GED. A lot of them didn't even complete school, to get a formal education. So they are just the type to make these type of silly decisions. So don't be surprised to see that the cops,
Oh my God.
make a um, assessment and will make swift arrests, because of this murder. Many persons are speculating that he was set up by a female, because there was a female in the car, and it so happened that, they knew exactly where he was parked, and came with all guns blazing because they were already, you know, seriously aware of their target and where the target was located. Granted, the female picked up allegedly 2 bullets as well, but she is stable as is of this point. Um, FBG Duck was also with a female when he got shot. People are also, assuming that that female may have been a part of it. But I'm not going to confirm or deny that females, are basically giving out information, because at the end of the day, like, Chicago is embroiled in feuds right now, and females are just as involved as the males are, and so in cases where, the opposition cannot get to, their rivals, females can be used as pawns, you tap into their emotions, you make them promises, you make them think you're in love with them, you make them think that they have a future with you, and they will give you all the information you need, and so a lot of criminals have been using females, as well as some females you don't even have to bribe them or try to trick them emotionally, some are there for the ride, some are just as gangster, or murderous as the men are, so they use their beauty, or their body, their aesthetics to, to sway unsuspecting men who think with their penises and not their brains, to bring them into serious situations where, they can lose their life, they're ambushed. And so many feels like this was what happened to FBG Cash. No, FBG Cash was out of town, and I don't know why these rappers, they tend to go back to the very hood that they know that they're disrespecting, the very hood that is after them. You know what I mean? These guys want to take your life. Granted, most of these guys are broke and can't even afford a plane ticket. You know what I mean? So if you should stay in another state, you should be safe. You know what I mean? You move your family gradually. If you can't do it one time, you move them. People from other countries have come to the United States and they came with nothing and they found places to rent. They got cheap places. They brought their families and they did it over time. Why is it that Americans who were born and raised in America cannot and also make it look so hard to move from one place to another, to move from a state to another, when people are actually moving to here from Asia, from Africa, from the Caribbean, and they are changing their lives and they're taking their families with them gradually. You know what I mean? You mean to tell me that refugees are going to America, you know what I mean, and can turn their lives around? Many don't even speak English, but you can't move from one state to another and keep your butt steady, get a job, turn your life around, stay safe, do your music if that's what you want to do. Like many of these guys, they're too careless, man. And they all want to prove that they're too hard and tell you what, nobody's hard. You know what is hard? The bullets. You know what I mean? They have no eyes, they have no fear, they have no conscience. You know what I mean? So I would advise to basically leave feuds alone. You know what I mean? Stay out of warfare, stay out of feuds. And if you know that you have ruffled feathered, stay out of town. You know what I mean? Be safe. Keep strapped, stay out of town, do your music elsewhere, and stay out of Chicago, because this will be a never ending story and no one is afraid of you. RIP FBG Duck, RIP FBG Brick, RIP FBG Cash. Be safe. To the rest of y'all, I'm out.